I never thought giant weapons would devastate my planet, sobs woman who supported the giant weapons devastating planet's empire. Gabe. Space Gabe. Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational assault rifle. Palpatine after Order 66. I don't want to play with you anymore. Dang it Vader. There is a lightsaber laying around. You can cut him down. When you fighting Vader, but then you realize you won't have to listen to Anakin ever again if you did. It's Server Obi-Wan. I have the high ground. But twice the pride. Double them all. I look down and I see my door. I mean, my colleague, Daisy. Are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan? Not really. It's time for the Jedi to end. Oh, I don't think so. I wanna learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father. You failed, Your Highness. I'm a Jedi, like my father before me. I only know one truth. It's time for the Jedi to end. He went from "yeah daughter calls me daddy" to hell sir, it's nice to finally meet you. Rare photograph of Jesus protecting a child from Satan. 14th BC colorized. We weren't expecting the Senate. That's the point, Sergeant. This actually looks more promising than the previous game. That's the point, Sergeant. Master Skywalker. I mean Council Member Skywalker. Have you seen this man? Owes $2.3 million in child support. Save Jar Binks' life and let him come with you back to Coruscant with you on your ship. Let Jar Jar come with you to find a T-14 hyperdrive that he has never seen before. Let Jar Jar command an army with no combat experience or leadership skills. Make Jar Jar the senator for your planet. When he offers one half portion, but last week they were a half a portion each. This has been the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, maybe ever. When you wake up in the middle of the night to check your phone, and it's on full brightness. This scene is so sad. Vader made a nice meal for everyone, and Han Solo just starts shooting like a nuthead. When there's multiple explosions on the beach, and no one deploys the garrison. Boy, blind we are. If creation of this clone army we could not see, you probably just didn't recognize us. Employer, what kind of skills do you have? Me, you fool. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. Employer, consider yourself hired. Someone writes a 50-page essay on the cultural impact of Star Wars and how it changed mythology and shaped the history of the entire art of cinema. Me. Anakin eats live bugs. YouTube. Provide appropriate treatment for depression so she doesn't literally die of sadness. Say Uber a few times. We weren't expecting special forces. Well, maybe if you retards could deal with ducking bears with sticks, we could be somewhere else. It moves. It's alive. Alive. Doctor, we forgot to give him a brain. Jango Fett wasn't a Mandalorian. Live and tend your children. Duck and die. You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of Master. Master Windu, welcome to your tape. Who would win? A huge, highly equipped space station with thousands of well-armed soldiers. A tiny 9-year-old boy with a shutty haircut who knows a good trick. When your girl forces you to go to a feminist rally, go, I will. Good relations with the Wookiees, I have. That feeling when Aslimos says Bazta Wahota Shag and calls you Dobby Lanok. Where girls cried, where boys cried, where men cried. When the teacher calls on you to present, but you're sporting a raging dunner, please don't. Japanese father attempts to talk his son out of joining Kamikaze, circa 1943. Colorized. I don't mind flying, but what you're doing is seaside. When your dad tries to beat you, but he doesn't realize you've been training for this moment on Roblox. My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count. Padme, I identify as a Chinese restaurant decoration now. Anakin, What do you mean? Palpatine use Thunderbolt. Palpatine. Looks like Team Windu is blasting off again. Jin, is it really you? I can't believe it. You probably don't recognize me because of the red arm. I'm your father. That's not true. That's impossible. You probably don't recognize me because of the red arm. When your creepy friend Randy beats you in poker and you have to break the news to your wife, we lost our son. Forever. Did you just ducking nut in me? Me? Annie, is it you? Yes, you probably didn't recognize me because of the red arm. R2D2, where are you? You probably didn't recognize me because of the red arm. Uncle Owen, is that you? You probably didn't recognize me because of the red arm. When you hit your neighbor's dog with your car, but it goes flying into the bushes on the other side of the road. Another happy landing. Who would win? A badass bounty hunter with a jetpack. A grumpy sandvage. Get help. You're no match for him. He's the Senate. Chancellor Palpatine. The Senate are our speciality. When you're walking home and come across an eat corpse, I shouldn't. I have you now, Jedi. Oh shut. She's cute. What would Vader say? I don't like sand. This is the ideal male body. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. When she invites you back to her place, just like the simulations. So, how many pizzas shall I pick up for the company party? Order 66. He's funny. He's adorable. He's sweet. He's loving. He's perfect. I didn't say a name, but he popped into your head, didn't he? General Hux has informed me, more like General Sucks. Who raised you? When your girl is sitting on your lap and your wood gets hard, there's been an awakening. Have you felt it? When you post a joke about politics and some normie starts commenting an essay about why you're wrong. I said a glass of juice, not give the Chancellor emergency powers. Breaking news. Obi-Wan takes the high ground. Anakin does not approve Senate overrun. Jedi at fault. A teen is brutally hit by a speeding car. 2007. This photograph captures the horrible effects of drunk driving. Use your feelings, Obi-Wan, and find him. You will. Why don't we just show this footage to the Senate? Shut, that's actually a good idea. Choose one. Blue pill. Have a real life lightsaber, designed however you want. Green pill. Have basic force powers. Yellow pill. See The Last Jedi instantly. Purple pill. Mere dear Jar Jar with your own bar hands. Who would win? A badass 4-armed lightsaber wielding cyborg that controls the whole separatist army. A space wizard and his gecko. Palpatine and Vader, we've wiped out almost all of the Jedi Order. No one will stand in our. Luke, hi Butch. North Korea. President meets with entire Senate. Entire Senate? I'm the Senate. Traitor. Anakin, that smudge is a mistake. From my point of view, it's a happy little accident. Then you are asked. Who would win? Every Sith from the EU in their prime, using any means necessary, but standing at sea level. Or, Obi-Wan standing on the top of Mount Everest, telling them to not try it. We weren't expecting special forces. That's the point, Sarge. Is that someone taking a pass? How the duck do I take my nut out? Sees a tiny version of itself for the first time. Tiny BB-8 beeps at big BB-8. Rolls back in shock. Beeps hello. When your friend doesn't like your fandom. I loved you. Watching the Battlefront 2 trailer like. I don't need it. I don't need it. I need it. I'm going in. Cover me Porkins. Negative red 3. I'm breaking off for the KFC that orbits the Delta Star. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. Do you want to know how high his ground is? It's high. Very high. When I get busted for running the largest Delta Sticks operation in the galaxy, this is madness. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. Just cut off his hands. That way, while he's awaiting trial, he won't be able to use a lightsaber or shoot lightning. If he's found innocent, we can replace the hands, and if he's found guilty, then he can be executed. Mother Ducker, that's a good idea. Who would win? An empire with millions of highly trained soldiers, 2 of the strongest Sith Lords of all time and a fully operational multi-trillion-dollar battle station. A group of teddy bears with rocks. Master Skywalker, we didn't know what you wanted on your pizza, so we ordered pineapple. Calculators when I was a kid versus calculators now. Sabine moved her stuff into Ezra's tower. Ezra still owns his stuff, right? Ezra still owns his stuff, right? Don't you hate it when Jedi show up at your door like, do you have a moment to learn about the Force? When you're trying to impress girls in the club, but you fail miserably. Too bad Kendall Jenner wasn't there to give him a Pepsi. When you realize that The Last Jedi trailer means 8 months of shutty grey Jedi theories are coming. Time to abandon ship. When you come to class knowing that you gonna fail the test without cheating, but now there is a second teacher in the classroom. This is getting out hand. Now there are 2 of them. The rebels didn't train me to fly an X-Wing or do a background check. They just handed me a war machine and said have fun. I had fun. When you're Disney and you can't think of any original ideas. First poster of A New Hope. First poster of The Last Jedi. When your second Skywalker apprentice runs off to do something stupid and you have to act surprised. When someone asks you about the Senate, well, of course I know him. He's me. When she said she didn't want anything, but then takes one of your fries. Don't do that again. Captain, tell them we wish to board at once. With all due respect, the ambassadors for the Supreme Chancellor wish to board immediately. No. Passenger, but my ticket says seat 16E. United, I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further. From my point of view, the customer is evil. Then you are overbooked. I'm going to send Leah a Valentine's Day card. Oh, about that. What should it say? You're like a sister to me. I have a pretty big story that I think you guys might be interested in. What's the story? Thanks for reaching out. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No. Please share. I thought not. It's not a story though. There are 7 chairs and 10 kids. What do? Bring 3 more chairs. Kill 3. Vader was seduced by the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. The tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? It's not a story I would tell you. You're the Sith Lord. It was about time you figured it out. I was dropping hints like crazy. Sir, we are detecting a massive object emerging from hyperspace. Hello there. When you're talking to a girl and she asks straight up what your long-term intentions with her are. To create life. When the school shooter does a finna sweep of the building. All these Wookiees are dead. Move to the east. Science guy, there is nothing on earth harder than diamond. Me, try finding all of these. At the age of 19, Padme Amidala was the queen of a planet and had already saved her people from total crisis. At the age of 19, Anakin Skywalker was married and a general in a galaxy-wide war and was considered to be one of the most powerful Jedi in history. At the age of 19, Leia Organa was a senator in the Imperial Senate, as well as a leader in Spa for the Rebellion. At the age of 19, Luke was making vroom vroom noises with his toy planes. I love him so much. I'm going to stay here and rebuild a farm. It's what my uncle would have wanted. When the teacher asks if you cheated on the test, I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe. When you see a heat girl in yoga pants, clicking intensifies. Look, you have 1 minute to deliver a good pickup line or get away from me and my friend. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? Mop, why is my cousin Diamond named like that? Because your auntie loves diamonds. What about me? Enough questions. Vader in Rogue One. When you're a space wizard riding on a chicken lizard chasing a 4-armed reptilian cyborg riding on a giant unicycle in an effort to destroy an army of robots. They say if the earth was flat, we'd fall off. The earth being flat since it was created and nobody ever fell off it. So shut the duck up. Hi, I just moved here and I was wondering if this neighborhood was safe for my children. Me, yes it's safe, but a registered sex offender lives down the street. Oh, do you know him? Me, well of course I know him. He's me. When you're deep in the hood and see another right guy, oh, nice to see a familiar face. When you get to class late and the teacher is already yelling. When you're friends with the quiet right kid and the teacher assigns a pop quiz. She can't do that. Shoot her or something. I think you have an ad big shine. Me. Star Wars. Star Wars. When your dog does a trick correctly the first time you tell him to. Good relations with the wikis. I have. Teacher's reaction when you are about to fail the class and you barely pass it. Master Yoda, you survived. Surprised? I guess I was wrong. There was no danger at all. Well, what do I know? Maul, using your master's stance, I'll kill you the same way as I did him. Nope. Well, that didn't work. Gunshot. Screams. Explosion. I sleep. Disney said Django isn't really a Mandalorian. Real shut? When your friend says he heard someone is going to shoot up the school, but you have to play it cool because it's you. I don't sense anything. When your mom tries to hit you, but you're too old for that shut. Stay with the ship. R2. Are you ducking shutting me, Padme? You couldn't have told me that 100 ducking feet ago, or as we were getting off the goddamn ship. You and Anakin haven't said a single ducking word since we've got off, and now is when you decide to tell to stay with the ship after I've come this far and gotten rocks and shut in my wheels. I'm a ducking astro droid, not a goddamn RC buggy meant to drive on desert terrain. Go die in childbirth, Yada Mace Butch. When the OSSLT ask you to write about a historical figure and you remember that Palpatine took over the galaxy a long time ago in a galaxy far far away, well what do I know? Take off that mask. You don't need it. What do you think you'll see if I do? The face of my son. Your son is gone. Where is Padme? Is she alright? Lord Vader, it seems in your anger, you killed her. Well what do I know? When you joined the rebellion, because the thick 14-year-old you've been stalking joined, but Vader is about to board your ship, and you're rethinking your life decisions. Kenobi. Scientific research says this is the last image the human brain makes before you die. Could this be God himself? Something wonderful has happened. Annie, I'm the Senate. Anakin is the reason that Ahsoka swears fluently in 6 languages, can fix a hyperdrive with engine tape and a positive attitude, and is the saber champion for her age bracket at the temple. Obi-Wan is the reason that she eats regularly and passes her exams. They are both very proud. When you're a meme page, but people still try to write full essays on why the meme is factually incorrect, you're in the wrong place. There will never be anything cooler than Han Solo breaking into the literal Death Star, stealing some dude's armor, and then kicking his feet up like he owns the place. Legend. All of us watching The Phantom Menace back in 1999. Why does any of this matter? Who gives a shit about the taxation of trade routes? George Lucas in February 2025. How Darth Bane felt after dying after creating the rule that would make him get killed in the first place. You fools. I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Chancellor Palpatine. Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith. Shut. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew, then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. What kind of loser kills someone in his sleep? He probably was too weak to beat him fairly. You mean you actually want to see Star Wars, Tales of the Pod Racers? I do, and I'm tired of pretending I don't. Everyone is out here saying how Anakin is a war criminal, but no one cares about Pre Vizsla committing literal genocide. Kill them. Kill them all. Dad, why is my sister's name Rose? Because your mother loves roses. Thanks Dad. No problem Darth Vader, Rise of the Inquisitorus starring Hayden Christensen. Your thoughts dwell on your mother. Well yeah, we left her with an angry gumbling cat beak that just lost a huge bet. I would be ducking surprised if she survives by next week. I sense a trap. I sense Count Dooku. Do you have an appointment? My mom sending my dad to start the air conditioner in the car on heat days. Ready my ship. When you buy a game and see it on sale a day later. The nice scientist at NASA when he gets in an argument with a Jew engineer. Watch your tone CT7567. When you realize the Naboo celebration music is just Sidious's theme sped up. Cause the real victory belongs to him. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father. He told me he was a whiny little butch that cried about sand. She can't do that. Shoot her or something. I enjoyed Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. People kept saying it was like Dark Souls. I buy and play Dark Souls. It has none of what made me enjoy Jedi Fallen Order. Lost a planet Master Obi-Wan has. How embarrassing. Lost a Padawan to the dark side Master Yoda has. How embarrassing. Just you ducking wait. Visible confusion.